I'm Sumit Gulwani from Microsoft Research, Redmond, and I'm going to show you some interesting extensions of the flash fill technology in Excel 2013. Flash fill allows you to perform so-called syntactic transformations on strings. And I'm going to show you how we can extend this technology to also perform semantic transformations on strings. So consider this table on the right side, where the user wants to map the item name in the first column and the selling date in the second column to the selling price, which you see in the third column. So the output column, the selling price, is not a syntactic transformations of the two input columns on the left. In fact, performing this transformation requires making use of some background knowledge which the user has in the form of two user-defined tables on the left side. So in particular, what the user wants to do is to take a join of the two tables on the left side with the item ID column, then index the resultant table with item and date, which are the two input columns of the table on the right, then extract markup and purchase price. Then perform some syntactic transformations, such as remove the percentage sign from markup or remove the dollar sign from the purchase price, and then connect them according to this formula that you see at the top. Now, our interesting extension can perform all of this with just the click of a button. So once you hit the apply button, then the tool automatically figures out which tables in the current worksheet are relevant, how to join them, what columns to project on, what syntactic transformations to apply before indexing, what syntactic transformations to apply after indexing, and so on. Now, the same technology can also understand semantics of different data items that you have in your worksheet. So consider the task of formatting numbers to two decimal places. Now, if you're programming in C, C++, C#, Java, Python, every language has its own syntax for formatting numbers. But the thesis here is that, again, examples are a universal way to express intent, and you do not need to remember the various format identifiers. So if you simply provide us a couple of examples of what you want to do and hit the apply button, then the tool will automate your intent. The same technology can also be used to manipulate, let's say, dates. The flash fill technology will not be able to figure out that if 6 is June and 3 is March, then 8 ought to be August, and so on. But since our new version has an understanding of the semantic data types, it can help you perform such semantic manipulations. Now let me show you something a little bit different, which is about manipulating tables as a single entity, as opposed to simply manipulating strings inside tables. So in this scenario, which is taken from a help forum, the user wants to convert the table on the top left to the table on the top right, with the intent being that since Andrew has 3 qualifications in the top left table, the user wants 3 entries for Andrew in the top right table. Similarly, Ben has 2 qualifications, so the user wants 2 entries for Ben. Furthermore, the user wants to color all qualifications 1 in red, all qualifications 2 in green, and so on. And the real heartening thing about this scenario is that this is exactly how the end user describes it to an expert on the help forum by means of an example. And the user is willing to pay $20 to anyone who gives them a script to automate this task. So now let me show you how we can do this for free using our system. So in this UI, the user provides the coordinates of the example input table, then the coordinates of the example output table. And the reason why the user wants to learn a script that can convert the top left table into the top right table is because the user wants to run this script on presumably some large input table like the one on the bottom left. And once the user hits OK, then the tool ends up learning a script that can convert the top left table into the top right table, and then applies that script to the bottom left table to generate the desired bottom right table.